Now, since 2004, Moshito Music Conference and Exhibition has established itself as Africa's premier music industry event with the purpose to broaden the business intelligence of music industry professionals. And this is for the entire African continent, strengthen business networks for participants. Now, Moshito celebrates 21 years this year and will be launching this year's theme and ambassadors tomorrow in Sandon. Moshito 2024 promises to inspire, connect and celebrate the innovative power of African music on the global stage. For more on this now, we're joined in studio by Stanley Khoza, who's chairperson of Moshito Music Conference and Exhibition. Thank you so much for your time on the program.
Yeah, no, the pleasure is mine. It's great to be here, but when I'm listening to you reading that, I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
We're doing bigger things, eh?
Yeah. So it makes you also reflect on just how far you've come, right?
No, it's on a serious note. It's a great reflection for myself as a chair, but also for the entire music industry value chain. And of course, the partners and stakeholders of Moshito that have propelled Moshito to become a global conference and happening every year on an annual basis, and making sure that we create solid platform to educate people about the business of music, to create platforms for people to understand themselves, the issues of conduct in the sector, the issue of contracts in the sector, as well as create some of the best platforms, because we've got about 6 events that we curate during Moshito, and those events create platforms for South African artists to perform.
Yeah, and just how helpful is this platform for musicians? And I ask you this question because just off air, me and you were having this conversation that there's absolutely no excuse for artists not to be in the know, not to know how to handle things now when it comes to the business front. Just how handy is this entire conference for artists?
Look, it has been one of the greatest source of inspiration for the African continent, but also locally, it has transformed the lives of so many artists. I mean, if we reflect back with the likes of Makadzi being an ambassador at Moshito, Luandlunkulu, Big Zulu, Abubabu Steve Kekana. But apart from that, it has educated a whole lot of people that are running their own independent, successful businesses today, from record companies to just independent artists that comes and learns at Moshito. We have plugged a lot of artists, not only in local events, but also in global events. We've taken artists to countries such as Mauritius, Doha, Uganda, and of course abroad. So at Moshito is a one-stop platform where you come and learn, empower yourself with the knowledge and the skills you need to run your business, but more than anything, where you get to network with the people who are making it in the business. You can imagine the likes of Joy of Jazz, Standard Bank Joy of Jazz event curators comes to Moshito, your Drankensbeck festival comes to Moshito, all the promoters from Makufe and many other events comes to Moshito. That's where artists gets to be plugged. And of course, we've learned to realize the power of Moshito. It does not only introduces people as newcomers, but it gives them a platform to present themselves the way they want.
And Stanley, just how important is that element of having all these artists under one roof, having these artists being in a position to also network?
Yeah, look, it's the most important thing, because I guess the music business always boils down to understanding of the business itself. Without understanding and education, many people always cry foul. And of course, this year we are appealing that our A-class artists must come to the conference, because some of them still need to be equipped with the skills necessary. Then all the upcomings that are entering into the industry come to Moshito. We've got programs to accommodate everyone, including government. Moshito is not a platform where you only talk to a bunch of select. You're talking to the whole industry value chain, from an upcoming artist to someone who's at prime level, because there's things like investment planning that are critical for any artist in the business. So we always make sure that when you curate the business, as the project as a board, we always want to identify gaps of problems that are encountered by people in the sector. And we make sure that we give them the space to come and learn and at least uplift themselves insofar as any challenges they may have weaknesses on. So Moshito empowers everyone with the necessary skills that you need to make it and thrive in this business, be it as an artist, be it as a manager, be it as a stakeholder or an investor, or at any capacity. As long as you're within the trade, we've got everything that covers you.
And I want us to also touch on your theme, this year's theme, and how it actually speaks to or reflects the current music landscape on the African continent. Because, I mean, you're just over 2 decades old, and that's no child's play.
Yeah, no, it's not. And of course, I must give credit to the board and to the staff. We have consistently from day one made sure that Moshito curates some of the best programs. But if you look at our theme for 2024, we are celebrating 30 years of democracy, and we just wanted to understand what was the role of music in the democracy that we have attained. And tomorrow, as we unveil and unbundle the plans we have for the masses, the international community that will be coming to Moshito, that's one of the key things that will be taking joy in unveiling. What will democracy be without music? So you can pause all TV shows, pause all movies, pause the sounds, and tell me what will those be without music?
And let's hear from you about the ambassadors, because I understand you're also unveiling some ambassadors. What went into the selection of those ambassadors and what value they'll be adding to this conference and some of the conversations that will be had?
So look, annually for the past couple of years, Moshito has always selected a range of ambassadors. It's usually a legend and a young upcoming artist who's doing well. So we pair them both, and of course we acquire the rights to have them as our ambassadors, and then they also perform, because these are people that are active within the music business. So the selection of this year's ambassadors was a grueling process. We always have a list of about 10 to 12 names, and then we need to select based on who do we think will sit well or gel well with the theme for that particular year, taking into account the youthness of the program as well as the legendary reflection of the program. So this year we have selected 2 of the best representative of the historic balance of the 30 years that we have gone through as a country.
And I want us to talk about your hopes, your dreams, your aspirations as well for, of course, Moshito just moving forward, and how you see it also playing a role in the global stage and taking African music to the global stage.
Yeah, I think the next goal for me as a chair, and of course for us as a board, it's to make sure that Moshito remains one of the biggest uncontested international music festival and the conference that creates more opportunities for artists to learn and to continue to perform, but more than anything, to sign as many reciprocal agreements with like-minded countries that wants to participate in us growing Africa together, and as well as making sure that Africa competes with the greatest talents that we have. We currently are leading #1 worldwide in terms of sounds. The influence of Amapiano as well shows that. So for me as a chair, to make sure that Moshito continues to grow and to continue to attract like-minded sponsors that supports the vision, so that we can have quarterly events rather than having weekly events at a particular period of a year. So we want to keep the office running throughout and to make sure that we curate some of the best opportunities for our talents in the country. And if we do so, we'll be providing relief for distress. People will get to work, then we can alleviate some of the challenges and people dying paupers.
Listen, Stanley Khoza, Chairperson of the Moshito Music Conference and Exhibition, thank you so much for your time on the agenda today, and we wish you all the best.
No, it's a pleasure, and thank you for having us. We'll see the public tomorrow in Sandon, where we're launching and unveiling the country's biggest program.
All right, and we leave it here for now.